y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your boy here, Willing and Able here, back with another one. And today, we gonna talk about faith. Now, I'm gonna read to you this scripture, and I want you to tell me what you think it means. Write your answers in the comments. Now, faith is the reality of what is hoped for, the proof of what is not seen. Now, I want y'all to ask me that in the comments, but I'm gonna give you my opinion on it. So basically, it's stating that even though you don't see something, like you want this house, you want this car, you want this husband, you want this wife, even though you don't see this, you still have faith that God is gonna provide it for you. So you just got to have faith. Like, okay, God, I don't see it. I don't know how the world you gonna get this to me. I don't know how the world you gonna get me out of this situation. I'm gonna have faith and trust in you, God. Cause that's what faith is. Basically, having trust. I'm gonna have trust in you, God, that you're gonna get me out of this situation. I don't know how. I don't know when you're gonna give me what I've been praying for, but I know it's coming. And even people like the people in the Bible lack faith, So just because we ain't back there with Jesus don't mean, excuse me, just because they was back there with Jesus don't mean that they ain't like faith. They like faith just like me and you. They was human too. And I'm gonna show you. So Peter lacked faith, right? I mean, they was on a boat or whatever. Peter walked on water, but while he was walking on water, he took his eyes off Jesus because he started lacking faith. And guess what he started doing? Sinking. He started sinking because he lacked faith. He wasn't watching God. He wasn't putting his eyes on God. He wasn't trusting God. He started to sink. A lot of us do that now. Like, we just say we want something, like I said, and we don't get it right then, or we don't get it in the next 5 minutes. We start, man, God ain't gonna do this for us, man. God ain't gonna do that. He told me it was gonna happen, and it ain't happen. He didn't tell you when though, did he? So you got to keep your faith in God, because just because it don't happen right then, or just because you don't see it, you have to trust in God, because you're going to start sinking like Peter. It might not be you physically sinking, but you could start sinking literally, because you like you starting to go away from God, like, I don't really trust you, Lord. I don't trust you in this situation. I'm going to just do it myself. But let me tell you something. When Peter started sinking, Jesus grabbed his hand out and grabbed him, and he started back walking on water. We gotta grab God's hand and keep it pushing. You hear me? We might be on that water too, looking like, ooh, our friends back on the boat, and it's only me and Jesus that can take this journey ourselves. So we like, ooh, how can I do this? How can I do that? Focus on God. You hear me? Focus on God, and everything else would be okay. Okay. Just focus on the good Lord. He will make everything clear. Now, let's go to Moses, okay? And this is the one, it kind of got me when I first read it. So it is Exodus 4th chapter, verses 10 through 13. Again, it is Exodus 4th chapter, verses 10 through 13. And it says, but Moses replied to the Lord, please, Lord, I have never been eloquent, either in the past or recent, or since you have been speaking to your servant, because my mouth and my tongue are sluggish. Basically, he stuttered. That the Lord said to him, who placed a mouth on humans? Who makes a person mute or deaf, seeing or blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go. I will help you speak, and I will teach you what to say. Moses said, please, Lord, send someone else. Now, basically, God told Moses to go talk to these group of people, and Moses was like, you must not hear that I stutter. Like, I can't do this. Like, what's going on? Like, can you please find somebody else? Because I'm not doing this. I stutter. And God is like, I made you. Don't you think I know what you already got? So I'm going to teach you what to do. So when you can do it, so when you do it, you already know. And he teaching us that now, because some of us are called to do stuff, or God to tell us to do something. We like, I ain't doing that, God. I don't know what you talking about. You might want to find somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. But in all seriousness, you have to trust God. Cause like I said before, it might seem crazy. You might not know how God gonna get you out of this situation or how he gonna do it. Trust in God. And that's how I used to be personally. I used to be like Moses, like, and I still am like that sometimes. Like, God, you telling me to go talk to this person? I don't even know who this person is. You telling me to go do X, Y, and Z? Don't you know, like, I don't want to do this? And I try to ignore it because I be fearful. And now I'm going to the extent of, okay, you got to trust God. God telling you this for a reason. Like today in church, a young man got saved, and it's crazy because he was the same age as me. And like after he got saved or whatever, someone was like, go just show love to him. I was like, I don't know about that one. But it just kept talking to me, kept talking to me, kept talking to me during the whole church service. So I just went up there and I was like, hey, bro, love you, man. God bless you. And I just kept moving. And then later on, I seen him again after church, and I was like, hey, man, how old are you? He was like, 25. I was like, dang, we the same age. So I was like, let me get your contact and stuff like that, because it's like God could use me to help that person. But if I didn't have faith and I didn't trust God to go up to that person, you never know. He could be just went to that church that one time, but he see all these people showing love and things of that nature and going up to him, talking to him. He eventually joined our church today. Now that was, I think, his first time in our church, but still, just by people showing love, just by me, talking to him and stuff, they get his number. I don't know where the friendship gonna go after this, but God told me to do that for a reason. So I'm gonna have faith and trust in God, and I'm also show you some people who had faith. So let's go to Matthew's 8th chapter, verse 9 through 10. Again, that's Matthew's 8th chapter, verses 9 through 10. And it says, for I am a man under authority, having soldiers under my command. I say to this one, go, and he goes, and to another one, go, and he goes. And he comes, and my servant, do this, and he does it. Hearing this, Jesus was amazed and said to those following him, truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with so great a faith. So this got to me because I didn't know what they were talking about at first. I'm sitting here like, what is this? When I was reading in the Bible, I'm like, God, what you talking about? So I had to read different versions of the Bible, and I eventually clicked, like, God gave it to me. All glory be to God. Basically, he's saying, like, he's a commander of an army, right? The man, and he's saying, like, he tells his troops to do X, Y, and Z, and they do it. So he's like, well, God could do the same thing. Like, God tell me, hey, to do this, I gotta go. He had faith that God gonna do it for him, because he seen like what he can do to people. Like, he tell his army, go over there and do this. So basically, like, God is like, he's basically saying, like, God is the commander. I'm trying to find a way to put it to y'all. I got it, because it's kind of hard to explain. God is the commander, people. And he's telling us to go out and do things, go out and do things, go out and do things. So just by him having faith like that, boom, it can happen. Boom, it can happen, because he's telling whatever it is to go away or to come into your life and spread love to you. I'm going to give you an example that you can relate to. Say you sick, right? We are all healed by Jesus' stripes. So let's say you sick, Lord forbid, and you pray about it. You say, God, get this out of me, get this sickness away. And God say it gotta go, it gotta go. You hear me? Or if this person, like, is supposed to talk to you, but you don't know it, and God tell this person, hey, go over there and talk to this person. He giving him the commandment, hey, go over there, and you got faith that, hey, I don't understand what question is here, Lord. I need an answer. God can use that same person that he commanded to go to you to tell you something that you prayed about. I'm gonna say it again. God can give you that person to come to you and tell you the answer to what you was praying about. I hope y'all got that. And then this is the second to last one, excuse me, that I'm going to read to you. And this one is John 11, chapter 21st verse. Again, that's John 11, chapter 21st verse. And it reads, then Martha says to Jesus, Lord, if I had been there, my brother would not have died. So she already saying that if God was the, Lazarus wouldn't have died, because she got that much faith in God. I mean Jesus. She got that much faith in Jesus. I'm gonna read it to you again. Then it says, then Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been there, my brother would not have died. She put that much faith in Jesus that she know if Jesus was there, it would have got taken care of. That brother still be alive. That's how we need to be in our walk with Christ. Like, when Jesus come and tell us what to do and tell us, it's going to happen according to his will. So you have to trust God. Just have that Martha faith. You got to trust God. And the last one I'm going to read to you is John 4, chapter verse 46 to 54. Now, this is a long one, so I summarized it. It's basically when the emperor's son got healed. So basically what happened was the emperor found out Jesus was near, he went to Jesus like, hey, my son is sick. And basically Jesus was like, okay, he's healed. And the dude just left. While he was going back to his son, his servants came back and was like, yo, your son is healed. He got healed yesterday. And the dude was like, around what time? He told him, he was like, dang, it was the same time that Jesus said to him, your son is healed. You got to have that faith like him. Like, if God tell you, son, just walk away and be like, all right, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Just have that faith, y'all. Just have that faith. And if you ever feel down about something, go to God and trust in Him to give you the answer. But y'all have a blessed, positive, productive day. Remember, have that faith. Peace.